everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do something different with you. I've been playing with watercolour on nails, and I thought it might be, this is obviously this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I do paint on canvas, so I'm familiar with painting flowers, but painting them on nails is entirely different and much smaller, more intricate work, obviously. So this is watercolour nail art. Look at the detail you can get, guys. I'm really pleased with these, especially that one is my favourite, and this one, I love that too. And down here, this with the leaves. So I didn't copy anyone or base it on anything. I just thought I'm going to have a go in painting some flowers on some matte white nails with watercolour. And watercolour paints are really cheap, guys. You can buy them anywhere. I bought these yesterday. These are lovely. I do have another professional set of watercolours. These are also a professional set, and they were £3.36 from a shop called Sostrine Greens all over the world. Anna and Clara's watercolour, and those are the shades that you get. So I've sat and I've kind of swatched them all so you can see the colours that I've got available in that set. It even comes with a watercolour brush, which could be quite useful. We'll give it a go and see if it works, because with watercolour nail art, if your design isn't working out perfectly, it's on a matte nail, guys, you just need to buff it off with a little buffer and you're good to go. It comes back to the white and you can start again. So it isn't really any problem at all, even when the pigments are, you know, extremely pigmented and really dark. Just a little buffer will take it back to white. So yeah, there is room for error. You will need some kitchen roll. I've got a little kitchen roll base here, some paper towel, and I've got some more there as well for wiping off your brushes in between colours. I've got some of the cheapest nail art brushes ever, because I'm going to be using them with watercolours instead of gel. So I've got a nail aligner, a little thin liner brush, which, you know, you will need. Also you need one about this size. This one is called an omnipotent brush, but I think it's designed for petals and leaves and things like that. I've got no white paint because I've been doing those swatches ready for this video. And then I have another, this is nail brush, art nail brush, and again it's just a little tiny itty bitty short liner. Actually, I'll just make sure you can see all of those brushes. I'll take all the lids off. So I don't know if I've been in frame then. I need to pay more attention looking through my phone. Anyway, these are them here. Those widths. You might need any of those at any one given time. And then the little water brush, watercolour brush that came with it is actually quite good as well. It's very much like this one. Can you see? So it comes to a nice point. And this is, I wouldn't say it's an easy technique to learn, but it requires time and patience, really. And if you've got that, like I do, then give it a go, because you can get some amazing results. So let's start. So I've got some little nail wipes there. I've got some water, because obviously it's air dry, it's watercolour. I haven't tried this with inks yet. I think it might work with inks. I'm not sure. May have a slightly different result, or even with gel paints, you may be able to do something similar. Anyway, to start, I'm going to wet this brush, the middle one, the longer liner one, like this. I'm going to take a nail. It's nice and buffed matte. So it's good for drawing on top, and I'm just going to show you very quickly how I did it. So I'm going to take some crimson colour. Just needs a little bit of water on your brush just to make sure that paint is wet. You can drop some on here just to see, make sure you've got the right degree of pigment on there. Balance your pinky on your hand, and all you have to do is paint in a little tiny, if you see that, guys, a little tiny V right there. And that is all you need to make one petal. So I'm going to put one there and drop another one in, like so. So another V just here, so that we know where we're going to be placing our petals. Now, I've been in nail tech since 2018, been doing nails a lot longer than that, probably about 10 years. And I've never tried this technique, and certainly never mastered anything like it. So I'm quite pleased that I've managed to do this. So I really wanted to share it with you all because, gosh, you can make such beautiful flowers with this way. If you're not really drawing flowers, you don't have to be. This is just a way to get something down on a nail that resembles a flower. And the results are amazing. Like I said, I do these on canvas, which it comes out like a skeleton rose, but it works really well. Now I'm going to take the shorter liner brush now and get some water on there, and I'm going back in to the first petal that I made. So I'm just going to go back in like that, wet the colour, and just bring it out a little bit, like so. I hope you can see that. So all I'm doing is bringing out that petal, brush it out. We don't want that big blob in the middle. Then you dry your brush off, you go back in and watch it suck up the excess water like that, and that will dry perfectly well. So we do it again. So that's one petal done. These are done in layers, so you go back over the top with another layer. So once again, all I'm doing is spreading out that V, bringing it out to create the petal next to this one. You want to leave a gap between your petals so that you can do your next layer, like so. And if there's too much water on it, you just suck it back up with a dry brush. I'm putting a wee bit more water on there. I mean, it's called watercolour nail art, so really you're using that water to your advantage. So you see how my brush is spread out because it's dry? And it'll just pick up just enough to leave the design in place. Can you see? So you've got beautiful transparent petals. So back in again with a blob of water on my brush, into that V, regenerate the paint, bring it out like so, into a petal shape. You just want a suggestion of a petal. You can always go back in with more if you really want to bring it back out. Like, look, for instance, if I wanted to make that more visible, I just add another blob of paint. I'll go back in with my water and bring it out like that. Now you can see how pigmented that is. So I'm just dry my brush off, go back in and pick it back up. The brush kind of sucks it up. It's quite cool. And it's okay to have a darker petal here and there because it's fine. It gives dimension and realism to your flower. I hope I'm in frame. And you can get such beautiful effects doing this. It's lovely. So relaxing as well. I am completely relaxed while I'm doing this. Fab. So just sucking that paint up. You can even go in with your bigger brush just to suck it up. Often this might be what you need. There we go. So next we've got one more. So a little bit of water on there. Just bring that V out to fill the last petal space. And you can make your petals any shape you like. They don't have to be like this. I'm just showing you this for a beginner. I'm going to take a little bit more paint and just pop it in there. Dry my brush. Come back in because there's already water on it. And just bring it back out again. Working that V like so. I'm going to go back in now with some more crimson. And I'm going to drop in a petal in between the ones we've already done. So I'm going to pop one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there. And I've just touched them, barely touched them. So back in with some water, clean your brush off. Let's just do these petals exactly the same way. Once again, a bit more water this time. Bring out your V. And then suck it up. Where's my other brush? You will still see the layers underneath, like so. You can even go on top with a different colour if you wanted to. As you can see, with the second layer, I'm forming more of a petal shape. I'm not, widening it quite so much. Next one. So pretty. I'll go back into that one down here because I don't feel there's enough definition on that petal. I just want to bring it out a little bit more. There we go. It's better. So and every nail is different. I don't ask me to repeat. I'll try the rose again, but I don't think I'll get the same effect as what I got before. It just depends how it comes out. Each nail is very original. Where you get your cohesion, I suppose, is with using the same colours. So here you go, you have a beautiful flower there. See? Maybe put a bit more in here. Swipe off on there. This one seems a bit lost. And this one. Tiny, tiny amounts, guys. Tiny, tiny. Even wear those big magnifying glasses if you can to do this for the first time, because it's kind of hard on the eyes. Beautiful flower it comes out as. I really love doing this. It's so easy once you know how. But to begin with, trying to master that when you don't know what you're doing is really, really difficult. So next, what I would do next with that is I'm going to take a little bit black, tiny, tiny amount on the end of my long liner, and I'm going to put the tiniest dots in the middle. I don't want much water on my brush for this, just enough to make a dot. Just like that. It will spread out a little bit, but that's okay. And then we go into the yellow, let that dry for a second or two. I'm going to use this one, I think. I'll go into the yellow, bright yellow, for the centre of the flower. So just a little bit on the end of your brush. Tiny, tiny. Don't think I've got enough water on there. Just give it some more. Here we are. Reconstitute that yellow. It's gone a bit dry. So I've got some yellow on there. And now I'm just going to pop that right in there. just to bring out that flower a bit. There we go. Now, if you wanted to do a leaf next to it, for my leaves, I use the big brush. Big brush is tiny, but yeah, for leaves. So I'm going into the olive green, and it's the same process again. Wipe off your brush and just pop a leaf in there. And again, it's another V at the start of the leaf, and then you pull it out. So I'm going to put 2 leaves there. Pull that back. Take my little brush again. And go back in with some water just to pull that leaf out. The same with this one. Darker green. I suck that up. And then we can put a little bit more colour in if we want to. Okay. Paints have gone a bit dry. I mean, the other day I had them on my Azemi plastic palette, so I could add water to them and things like that, and it was absolutely fine. So you can do that too. You don't have to take them straight from the pans. So I'm going to suck that up. Oh, we're done. And then I'm going to pop another leaf around the other side. I'll make this a lighter one. Because why not? It's kind of hard to get a V with a light colour. But yeah, on it there. Put your blob of water on, it's the best way to show you really. And then get your big brush, make sure it's dry. And suck it up. Like magic. And it leaves you with the imprint of the leaf. Isn't that pretty? And you can go from there, you can add little lines and things that you want to, say a bit of green, dark green on there. You know, you can put lines in. You can add gold to make it look good. It's up to you. I don't care really about these wiggly lines things, but some people like to put them in the design, so fair enough, let's do that. And it just gives it a little bit of extra something. And there we go. So once it's dry, top coat that. So I'm going to top coat it just in a second. I'm going to let it dry for a minute or two. Get some top coat. Pop it in the lamp and we'll do another one. I'll try and make sure that I'm in shot. So that's that one. So that's our first flower. How pretty. So I'm going to pop that in the little lamp that I've got here. If I can get it to work today. That's it. So we'll just do that and we're good. Make sure it's on it. There we go. So next up, I'm going to show you how to do some leaves this time. So this time I used the leaf brush. Give it a good wipe off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this long liner. You do similar to this nail here, this one. So I'll use this long liner and I'm just going to put a line across where I want my leaves to go. So I'm going into the black. So I'm going to go down here like that. And then maybe come down here. Okay. just a guideline, that's all. So now I'm going to go into my dark green. In fact, I've got a darker green up here. Let's do this one. So we want some little V's either side of this line. So this brush automatically kind of puts them in. Quite a bit of pigment. Like that. You can use all different shades. Just put your little V shapes in. This brush is kind of doing it for me, which is great. This is like a botanical nail. I'm going to go with a lighter shade of green, I think. This one. See some of that on my brush. So we're going to have the leaves coming down here. Like that. So that's our pigment laid down. So now I take my little brush again, my little short liner, lots of water, and I go back into the very first one that I did because that's had time to dry, and you just bring it down like this into a leaf shape. So easy. I say that, it's taken me years to finally get around to mastering it. So, and I'm not brilliant, I'm not the best, but you know, let's give it a go, why not? So I'm just going to take a little bit more of that forest green and just pop some in, if I can get it on my brush, that is. Pop some in that corner of that leaf. I just want it slightly darker, so I need a little bit more pigment. I'm going to bring it down and do that to a leaf shape. There we go. So next one. Just spreading that out. So one and lift. So you've got that little leaf shape there. It's very faint, but that's what we want. You can go back in with more colour if needed. It's absolutely fine. Just to bring it down to the edge of the leaf. And then just suck it up. I think I'd like a little bit more pigment on these. It's just not dark enough. So you can play around with the colour. You can hear the news in the background. Sorry about that, guys. I hope I don't get copyrighted. It's just Sky News in the background in the other room. I can't do anything about that. Put a little bit more. I'm not putting enough in that corner, so it's too tiny. So just put a wee bit more in. Grab it from the pan. Straight in. You can do that to all of them, actually, make them just that little bit darker. So they show up more. So watch this. You can see this now, how watery that is. Watch me suck it up. Look. Just touch the brush to it and it's gone. You can bring that leaf out. So I think I'm going to go back over those. Get a little bit more pigment on my brush. Just my little V's. And it'll just help to make them stand out a bit more. So go back in, water, And just like your petals, create that shape, and then suck it up. There we go. Looking a bit better. So we need more pigment on those V's that I did. So I'll just dot them back in again. It's all about trial and error. It's just fun. It's practice. And it is fun to do. Like I said, so relaxing. I'm going to try my brush. Just go back in there, take some of that water up. Turn the nail round. Same on the other side. And also, just do one at a time. I'm going too fast because you've got to suck up that water, otherwise they'll just all blend into one big blob and it won't be any good to you. So obviously I don't want a blobby bit at the top. I want this to be shown as a leaf. So if you've got to overlap, then it's really important that you suck that water back up from it. I hope I'm making sense. Okay. I think this one could do with a bit more. It's the tiniest dot. Suck it up. That's it. And it leaves this gorgeous pattern. Now what I'm going to do with the next one is I'm going to do a bit of yellow and put that in the pan. Take these out. I'm making orange. So yellow, a little bit in. And then tiniest bit of red. Make this nice orange colour. There we go. So on this other line that you've done here, I want lots of pigment on my brush. Put a bit more red in. Yellow. That's it. I want slightly thicker paint because I've got to do my dots. Because we're coming up this way now. And once again, it's the same process. You go back to the one you started with and you pop some water on it and bring it out like so, and then you pull that water back up. Exactly the same way, remembering your leaf shape. Like that. If it's not got enough colour, you can always go back in and add it later. which is what I did. But yeah, it's not going to mix with the paint underneath because that's already dried. But you will still see the leaf underneath. Just like in nature, when things are all beginning to die off in the autumn, you can sometimes see through the leaves, can't you? I am going to go over these with a darker orangey colour. I don't think there's enough colour in those. Okay, so we're coming back over here. Dry brush. Suck it up. Dry brush. Suck it up. More pigment. I'm going to go back in now with a little bit more red. And go back over those. Keep my yellow colour in there. Go back up and do these three dots again over that yellow. You don't want to completely cover the green leaves, you want to kind of complement them. So back to my brush, which is wet. Just bring it together a little bit, pop it back into the water, nice blob of water. I'll go back over where we've been so you can see you get this two-tone effect. Can go back and get more paint if you want to. The temptation is to outline everything and do it, you know, perfectly, but that's not the issue. That's not the point of doing this. The less perfect it is, the better it looks, to be fair. It's very organic. And also you've got to remember, once you top gel it, that kind of has a blurring effect as well. So it kind of blurs the colours a little bit together. Cool. Right. So I'm not happy with this overlay. I wanted it more like this. So I think I'm going to have to outline these red ones even more. I'm going to let it dry for a sec or two. Just let it dry in. And I'm going to use the red, the crimson, I think, really to make it show up better. A bit more in. Let's use the bigger brush, see if that's better. I think that's what I did. Let's try again. Right. So now we can see them better. Okay, so some water on my brush. Bring it down. Spread that colour out like that. Let it sit and dry it up. That's it. Okay. Now we're flying. A bit more pigment. Let it sit and dry it up. That's better. I like that. Okay. So now it looks more like what I was after. Let it sit. Go back in, dry them off. Put a bit more in that one. That's it. More here. Water. So you can fiddle around with them, but you sort of lose the effect that you're after when you do that, so you've got to be careful. So dry that up. Still struggling with this leaf here, it's just really annoying me. Take that off. We'll go back in with the green leaf there and let it do an overlap, I think. So yeah, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go back in with my black line that I had at the beginning. Just kind of go back up there so it shows. Just very thin. Doesn't have to be complete either. It can be a broken. Just helps to accentuate the stems. And then that one comes down here, doesn't it? like this. So that's that one. Now I know that doesn't look like much, but once that's been top coated, it will improve. So go. As I said, no two nails will come out the same, and these are different paints to the other ones. So yeah, look at that, it's pretty, isn't it? Right, I'll pop that in the lamp. Go. And this one's ready. So now I'm going to show you how to do a rose. Well, I'm going to try, because I haven't tried with these paints yet. So, or shall we do, we'll do some more flowers first. Let's have some more flowers in with some brighter colours. Let's do a purple. So put a little bit of water on the side. You don't need much paint at all. I'm going to stick some blue in with that, I think. Some sky blue maybe. Make it dusky, lilac-y colour. There we go, that's nice. Okay, so we've got some paint. Dry off my brush, pick up the paint. And we just do our little V shape. This time I'm going to put a bit of navy at the tops of these petals, just to give them a little bit extra something. Just at the very tops. I don't want to mix anything, I don't want to touch the next colour, nothing like that. Just put it at the top of the V's, like this. Clean off the brush. Just coat it in lilac, and then go in and make your petals. Beautiful. Once again, go in, put your wet brush against that V and just pull it out. Dry your brush, go back in, pick it up, like that. It's kind of easy with this style brush, it's alright. So I wanted the kind of navy and the lilac to blend to give more shape to the flower. So a bit more water. I love how they just go away, nothing. Beautiful. Stunning. Little X-ray flowers. So pretty. Right, shall we do a pink one? I think we'll do a nice bright pink. One. Oh, that's very pale, isn't it? Shall we make it darker? Let's pop this pink in with that red. So we get a nice crimson shade. There we go, that's a bit better. Put some more pink in, I think. There we are. I wipe off some of the water and just take the pigment like that onto my brush. One. before, because we're just doing it on the edge. Some water. Bring these petals out. Suck it up. I mean, you could do this with your really tiny brush or the slightly bigger one, whichever you prefer. This is just the one I like today. Tomorrow I might choose another brush. And these are not special brushes, they just came in a cheap set from, I think it was AliExpress. I love these, or Temu. Love these brushes. I've got my feeble ones and I've not even opened them yet because I'm too busy using these. But yeah. That's that one. And we will give it a little bit more pink, I think, on each petal just to bring it out a bit more. You see how it's just running into where you've already painted? It doesn't go over that. It just goes, it's like gel goes to gel, pigment goes to pigment, same thing. Because you've already laid it down. So that's a pink and a blue one, it's really pretty. So we put a leaf at the bottom, do a sage leaf, I think. There we go. And maybe one up here. Then maybe one more down here, I think. I'm just putting in those little triangles. I'm going to water them out a little bit, transparency and all that. Just do it here, here. We just want a hint of a leaf or two, and that's it to dry it out. You get that lovely water effect. And then here. Suck it up. There we go. I'm going to pop a little bit of yellow in the middle. I'm going to use my little sharp brush this time. Oh, it's all red. Clean it up. So just going to dot some yellow in the middle. Just take out that extra. That's it. And then we're just going to top coat it. It's kind of dry once all the shiny goes away. There's your other one with your leaves. I would do a bit more work on that. It would take longer. It's very hard to do it while you're on camera. But yeah, this is just to give you the idea. You can go make your own floral designs afterwards. So that's that one. Just cure that. Right, let's show you how to do a rose. Doing a rose is slightly different, and I'm probably not going to talk. I'm probably going to put some music on, but because I've showed you the basic techniques, I'm going to just go ahead and do this rose and let you see how it's done. So, throws. So yeah, they're all very different. Depends on what paints you use. I'm just going to clean up now. But yeah, it's such a nice thing to do, a nice technique, and I love that. So I'm going to carry on doing that and practicing because I'm a learner, and I've got a lot to learn, but it's such fun that I don't mind doing it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next design. I'm going to just keep going till I get better. It's all about practice, practice, practice all the way. So I'm going to put my little swatches on there so they don't get damaged. That goes in there. And that's my little watercolour set, which is lovely. I do think that I prefer these ones though, which is what I used for oops, get a proper view of my table now. I prefer these. The colours seem to be brighter, less muted, and this is with my professional watercolour paints that I use all the time to paint on canvas with. It's these here, so you can see they're messy, but there's a bigger selection of colours, and perhaps I should have used those today, but I didn't. So we've got, although, so these are the swatches, I've got, you know, a nice colour range, but they are totally different to the other paints. So it all depends on the quality of paints that you buy, really, as to what colour results you're going to get. So it's all about trial and error, and you know, there's our rose done. Look at that. So yeah, these ones here are very different to those, but only because I've used different paints. So which ones do you prefer? Let me know, comment down below, and if you've enjoyed this video, as always, please give me a like and a share and subscribe. You know, it helps my channel, helps keep me going, and I can bring so much more to you. I hope you've enjoyed this video, sincerely, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. For now, guys, bye.